All right, guys, let's talk about good demonstrations or good explanations. So what's really important to do is when you're coaching athletes is that you want to have a prime example for them to be able to follow so that they know what they should be looking like. If you have a really poor squat and you demo a squat for people who have a good squat, they're going to go, that squat looks like this. I'm going to try and replicate that because that's how my coach is squatting and this is how they're demonstrating for me to squat. If that's the case, you could take somebody who has a really great squat and they might demo exactly how you did and they're going to end up with a poor squat. So now this kind of draws to the point that there needs to be a great demonstration, and that is necessary, that you know what you are capable of, what you are good at, what you are good at demonstrating, what you need help demonstrating, or making some sort of drawing or a good explanation for movements that you can't do well or can't do at all. What's important is, as a coach, is if there's movements that you can't do or you can't do well, that you know that and that you can make up ground for that by having a good explanation or a good drawing or a good athlete who can do what you're explaining to them so that you can appropriately demonstrate to any athlete that you're working with on how it should look. So let's start with this. All demos and explanations should be simple. And how I like to think of this is like, if I'm teaching a squat, I want to start with just 3 things: the start position, the waypoint, and the finish position. So like in a squat, for example, the start position is standing tall, the finish position is with your hip crease below the top of your knee, and the finish position is back to standing tall. There's only 2 positions in a squat, okay? If I can start with those 2 positions, okay, 3 points, we're just connecting the dots now, okay? If I have those 2 points, A, B, back to A, now all I need to do is connect the dots and make a really great movement happen, okay? All your more advanced movements, say like a muscle up where you go from a pulling exercise to a pressing exercise to a finish, it's the same thing, you're just drawing point to point to point. So whether you can demonstrate the movement or if you need to draw it, what we want to do is start with, it's simple, and we're going to make it simple by the static points of the movement, the parts of the movement where nothing is happening. So like if we're talking about a snatch, it's the setup, it's the finish of the second pull where we're up on the toes and shoulders are shrugged, and then it's the dropping underneath the bar, the overhead squat, and then the standing tall. It's like you have 4 points there, and then it's just a matter of demonstrating and showing the transition between the points, connecting the dots. So when it comes to the demonstration, if you can't do the movement perfectly, find yourself a good guinea pig who can do it perfectly, or get good at drawing. And so like, for example, a squat drawing, point A, point B, finish, done, okay? And you can do that for many different lifts or different movements, but like, this is important so that athletes know what they're looking for. And so like, even if you're giving more of a theoretical talk, like if I'm coaching a muscle up, I don't have a muscle up, and I'm trying to teach somebody to be able to do it, I need to be able to at least draw in a way that athletes can see what's happening and can see the direction of movement. Okay? Good demonstrations, good explanations, the better you are at them, the easier it's going to be to coach athletes of any level at all.